Hi everyone! I am doing something that I reached out to I have a chat group with the top contributors of my VIP group, and I asked them what video they'd like to see, and they chose solids. I don't wear solids. So we're going to do this together. I'm going to show you how to do it, and I'm going to keep these puppies on. I think I'm going to shoot for 7 days. The new retro 80s nails are going to arrive shortly, so this is going to be so hard for me, but I'm going to shoot for 7 days of solids. I'm going to try to give you all the tips and tricks. I only use these for accents. I've never worn a full solid set. I've done a 2-finger tester and painted my nails to show you how it goes, but I have never. I've done shimmers. They're solid, considered solid, but if anybody knows, they go on like butter. This is solid. This is Munich Mulberry. Let's get excited. Let's do this. First things first, I thought I'd do the whole process with you. I'm going to remove my cuticles because it's been a long time since I've done a how-to step-by-step process. So all I did was put the gel right on my cuticles, and I let it sit there a couple seconds, and then, so there's that. I do both hands. If you see glitter, I just took a glitter set off, and I did the baggy trick, and if anybody has tried that, it goes everywhere, and it usually like washes off, but I didn't take any time messing with it. So I did both hands, put the stuff right up against my cuticles. This is Sally Hansen Instant Cuticle Remover. You don't have to use this. You can get in the shower and just use your thumbnail to push them back, but I'm lazy and that's too much work. So hopefully I have a cuticle pusher in this bag of tricks. If not, this will get interesting really fast. Here we go. I got one. This little guy is amazing. Does all kinds of things. However, with solids, this is the guy you want. You want the soft, rubber-tipped cuticle pusher. Like 9 million of these on Amazon for a couple bucks. Super, super easy. So if you have any friends, go in with them, get some. I'm sure they have them at like regular shopping stores too, but if anybody knows me, I don't go inside a store. So I like to shop small, and if I can't, then I shop Amazon. So unless you know somebody on Etsy that's doing nail deals. So, okay, all I'm doing is, so I put the gel on, and I'm just pushing my cuticles back as far as they'll go into my nail bed, because any type of nail polish does not stick to your cuticles or your skin. It'll come off. And in the case of Color Street, it doesn't actually come off. It actually dries. The bottom of it is still semi-wet, so it dries raised. So as your nail grows out, you have a ridge that gets stuck in your hair, and where if it was nail polish, it just wouldn't stick, and you'd have missing pieces at the bottom. So Color Street, you don't have the missing pieces, but you really want to make sure that you don't put it on your cuticles or your skin. There's a trick, though. If you do, one swipe of nail polish remover right along, like real gentle, and then just, I take this and just kind of pat it down. It reactivates the nail polish, because Color Street is 100% real nail polish. It's not stickers or vinyl or plastic. And it reactivates the nail polish, so you do have dry time then. Like when you first apply it, there's no dry time, but if you reactivate it with nail polish remover, you have dry time as if you've just painted your nails. So just be warned. So reason number 55 that I don't wear solids is because I have super ridged nails. I don't know if you, this is probably the worst one. They're really ridged. And so what I'm going to do is double the polish up. So I'm going to make it thicker so you can't see my ridges as much. For a while I was using, let me show you here. Like I said, I have a bag of tricks. And when I say a bag of tricks, I'm talking like, there are so many things. This is a tiny bag, but dude, there's so much in it. I was using the OPI Nail Envy underneath my nail strips, but I was finding that it was causing the nail strips to not adhere well. So I stopped. Now, if I want, I'll use the Nail Envy in between strips. Like, I'll take the strips off, I'll put the Nail Envy on, but I'll take the Nail Envy off before applying my nail strips. I don't know if it's an issue or what, but I don't tend to get it on right the first time, so I lift it and move it. Well, what it does is it picks up the Nail Envy with it, and so it's not sticky anymore underneath, so it's not going to stick. So I hope I explained that well. It's just I'm not good at applying the first time around. So the main reason I like Color Street is because I can lift it and move it. And I wasn't able to do it, so I don't want to use it anymore. Still just pushing it back. Pushing it back. It's hot today, so I'm hoping my hands are not frozen. It's 77 degrees. However, I am known to have cold hands in the summer. So don't be surprised if my hands are frozen and nothing is working, because that's how things go, especially when I'm doing a video. For some reason, I do it up in my bedroom, and my bedroom is the coldest room in our entire home. In the summer, winter, fall, spring, it's always cold. So those of you that know me know I own no desk. I have no place to do my business, so I have this little tiny back corner next to my bed, and it works for me, and I use my husband's desk, so it works. He uses my son's desk to work, so we have a 6-year-old with nowhere to do homework next year. We'll see if we can find a place. So now I'm ready to open this cute little package. It has a little pull tab. I hold it, comes open, everything you need is inside. Instructions. Says what it is. It's 100% real nail polish. It's not stickers. Use immediately after opening. Store at room temperature. Do not use them cold, like I just said. It's just like putting nail polish in the refrigerator. Like, it's not going to come out of the bottle and be great. And they also give you some how-to videos on their website, or you can check out mine. So this is solid Munich Mulberry. I'm just taking a little sticky stuff off that they used to stick it to the inside. And each set comes notched. So you just rip into it. And 2 strips of 8. There's a perfect fit for every nail. They give you extra in case your nails are different shapes, and I use the extra for my toes. This big one fits my big toe, and I can cut this little one into 4 because I have like micro toenails. They're so tiny. But today I'm doubling up my strips, so I'll show you how to do that. Alcohol prep pad comes with it. This is the biggest step. You want to make sure that you get all the oils off of your fingers so they don't stick. And I also do my thumbs and finger pads on my finger because I tend to use them to lift and do my, I have like a little, sorry, I get excited. And it comes with a cute nail file, which I don't use. So I have a bunch of these. I tend to send these with samples. I like my, although I may use it today because I don't see my, oh my gosh, I so need to clean this bag out. If I could show you what is in here, I like a good glass file. Okay, first things first. Start with the pinky, end with the thumb, because you use your thumb as a tool. And today I'm going to use this skinny little strip on my pinky because whenever I double my strips up, I like the smaller underneath. It's not going to cover my whole nail, but it's going to give space for the next one to adhere to it. So that's my preference. You do you. You just take it off the backing and you peel off this little doodad. It's like a little gray strip. And I'm going to use this skinny side of things because like I said, I'm going to double up. So circle up the middle, up the sides, and it doesn't really matter as much for this base coat that I'm putting on because it doesn't cover my full nail. See, there's big gaps, and that's okay because the next step will cover my full nail. And I'm just using the other side of it that I ripped for my other nail. Side to side, up the corners, fold it under, and I do one side, and then I perforate it on the other side, just like that. And I just let them hang out. I'm going to do all my nails and then go back through and do them again. So I'm going to save these strips for my second set. So this is going to be my ring finger, purple off, silver away from the back, and like I said, you can touch it as long as you went through this step and used the alcohol wipe on your hands. And then I'll put it right up against my nail bed. My nails are a hot mess because somebody doesn't listen to their own advice and they pick their nail polish off. Not good. So see, it's kind of bumpy. Just take and give it a little tug. Not a big tug because you don't want to rip it. A little tug, and then you just smooth it out, and you smooth it up the sides, see that? And then you break it off underneath, and then I'm going to use the other side for my other nail. If you have longer nails, you probably won't have enough to double up, but you don't have to. I'm only doing that because I have ridged nails. I think that's the easiest. See all those ridges? If I don't do this, you just see the ridged nails. That's why I like to wear glitters. You don't see anything at all. And see, there's like a little bit of buckling there. That's when I come in with my little rubber, and I just kind of rub those bubbles out. Not bubbles, it's like wrinkled on the edge because I didn't get a good application. So there. And then I will just take it and I like to fold it under like this. And I actually will let this hang out a bit and then I'll perforate it at the end. I'll do it right now because I don't like the way that feels. If you don't want your tips to show, you fold it over and you perforate underneath. I personally don't like the feel of that, so I don't mind that my tips show. But that's just a little, see this? It's extra. So I'm just going to take this real smooth thing and push up against my nail and kind of tuck it under, and then I'll file it off at the end. But I just really want to get a good seal there. Get a good seal at my tip and at the corners. So there we go. Collect them all. And I'm doing really little narrow as my first pass, and then I'll do the regular size fit for the second because I like to give a place for the second set to adhere on my nail. You don't have to, but I'm extra. So you just rip off that little doodad, and as you can see, sometimes it doesn't come off perfectly. You just go back and pull it off. Super simple. Super, super simple. So this is going on my middle nail, up against my nail bed, side to side, real smooth. and then pull it gentle, and then smooth it up the side. And then see, I got a wrinkle in it. You just pull it back real gentle and pull the wrinkle out. Don't let it stay with the wrinkle because you'll have a fold in your nail. And ain't nobody got time for that. So I take it and I do it at an angle on the corners. If not, you'll have places for stuff to catch on the corner. And then I do the middle last. I'm going to take this and do my other middle finger up against my nail bed. Hot Mess Express over here, so I'm just going to pick it up and pull it tight so I get a smooth finish. Side to side, up, up, and up the middle. Fold it over the tip. I really like this color because it's not red, it's like a, I don't know, dusty red, pink red dust. I don't know. I was going to do, I have a color that's kind of this shade, but this is the only shirt I have, and I like to match my whole week's outfits with my nails. Extra, but I thought against it. So I'm going to use this little guy for under my next one. And do my pointers. Take off this little. Be gentle when you're ripping these off because you don't want to rip the nail. So, see, it's a bubbly mess. You just lift it and give it a little tug at the tip. Lift it and tug until you get a nice, smooth seal. There's going to be lots of extra over on this side, and I'll show you how to deal with that next. But in the meantime, I just really want to smooth corner, perforate. And when you're perforating on the corner, you're pulling up a little bit and perforating, so you have you don't have any wrinkles. I'm going to use this guy for the other hand. And I like, if I know my nail strip is bigger than my nail, I line it up on one side, so I only have to remove the excess from one side, because then you don't have like a hot mess. So see, I'm going to have lots of excess. Smooth it out. Smooth it out. All that excess is going to disappear in a minute. Perforate on the corner. Perforate on the corner, and then in the middle. Because if you do it in the middle first, the corners stick out. Okay, so you see all this gobbledygook? Take this guy and just continually go over it, right down into that nail bed, right where your nail separates. And see, I made like a bump. I'm just going to push it out with this. And once I get it all smoothed out, I'll go in with my wooden cuticle stick and perforate it. But I just kind of really like to make a good separation before I do that. See? And now I can just pull it off. My children are done with school. I just heard them going downstairs, so if you hear screaming or anybody popping in, they like to chat when they're done, and I don't mind one bit. I kind of enjoy having them home. Not sure what next year is going to look like, but the two oldest will be home through the remainder of the year. And then, there. Super pretty. And then I'm going to go through and do the second. First, I'm going to file the corner off of this because it's getting caught on stuff, and I want it to actually I'm just going down underneath it. Down motion underneath it. And see, it just comes right off. See that? Just pull it off. Alright, I'm going to do the other one too, because anytime the corners are lifting, it won't, like if it lifts, it's not going to stick to your nail. So you always want to make sure you get your corners. And even along the edge here, you want to go down as far as you can and get a good seal. There we go. Oh, I got lots of excess over here. I don't know. Somebody's calling. Julia will get it. If not, it'll just ring. Somebody telling me that my warranty is out of extension and that my car's going to be impounded, I'm sure. My mom had something super crazy happen to her. Her pastor's, they were using her pastor's email and his name. And like it was routing to a fake email account, but they used his name and his email address in the way you look at it. And it was asking for gift cards for people in the church that were in need. And she was actually debating sending them, and then she realized, like, she did the math in her head, and she's like, okay, first of all, they'd never ask for this much money from one person. And she said, second of all, he's like saying he's busy and he just wants pictures of gift cards. Like, that's not in his nature. So luckily she was smart enough, but could you imagine, like, all the people that, I don't know, it's crazy. So there you go. And then I'm just going to go right over the same nails with the same process, but I'm going to use one bigger. So I used those little skinny ones. Now I'm going to use the big one. Bring out the big guns. Because what that does is it gives it a space to adhere to, and you don't have the thickness of, because this is a base coat color and top coat, you don't have the thickness of all three, or all six at your base of your nail. So side by side, pull up the corner, and then pull up the corner on the other side, and rub. Yeah, my ridges are really bad. I don't know if you can see those, but they look like Ruffles potato chips. And who wants Ruffles potato chips? I do. Sounds divine. I can't even talk. So here you go. So that's the finished product. I'm just going to file off the edge that's all like wonky, and that'll be what the finished product looks like. I'm just going to go down the line, and I'm going to go quicker now since you saw the whole like process. I'm just going to go quicker, do all the ripping and setting, and I just kind of wanted to give you an idea on how to get that nice thick look from a solid. And I am going to wear them. And I'm not going to put an overlay over them. So there you go. That's another tip. If you fold the edges together and then perforate in the middle, you get a good seal. Like that. You should see my garbage pile. It's insane. Oh my gosh, this is a really pretty color. See, I like the colors of the solids. I'm just like, there's no glitter. And I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to do without glitter. Because everything needs a little sparkle. But we'll make it work. I'll be okay. I'll survive. Anything to help others, right? I'm all about blessing others, and this is one way to do it, by teaching how to get really, really pretty nails. Oh my goodness, these are pretty. So, see, it's like bubbled here. Just gonna real gently smooth it out. I said gently, I did that really rough. fold the corners, and then fold the tip under. Perforate. Ta-da! And so this is now the second layer. I do make sure it goes over the tip of my nail, and then I'll file that off later. And I have excess that I am folding under my nail bed to give it a nice seal. There we go. Oh, this is a really pretty color. And then that's the difference between a double layer and a single. This is a single layer. It's a little darker too. And it's thicker. This is almost like a gel finish when you double it, which I like. I really like the look of that. I don't know if you guys do, but if you do and you want a gel-like look, double your solids. Double your solids, double your fun. Pull it off. Oh, I said I was going to do it quick. Quick, quick, quick. Blah, blah, blah. And then put that right on top of the nail that's already there. You want to line up one side. See, I did the one side and then go over. And then pull gently at the corner like this. Pull it and go over the corner. And then other side, pull it and go over the corner. Because you don't want to have those little like bubbly edges. And then I fold the corners and then come in the center. Fold the corners, come in the center. And I'm going to use my thumb so I don't ruin my nails. Perforate. Pop. And this right here, it's starting to lift because I didn't take care of it. I told you that if you leave a little bit hanging over and don't take care of it, it doesn't stick. So I'm going to go in and use this to fold it down underneath and adhere it to my nail. I have a real deep ridge along the edge here and it bubbles up. So I always need to make sure I'm extra careful over there on that one nail. It's this nail I do on the edge, and I have one more nail that's like that too. Oh, over here. I have like a ridgy. So I always have to make sure I do a good job with those. I'm like fumbling. A dip, 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 dip. So I'm going to go in, go right over the original application, smooth the one edge, smooth along the bottom, and then pull gently up. See, that got all bubbly, so I'm just going to pull gently up. There we go. And it just fixes itself whenever you pull gently towards the outside edge, and then go over here and pull gently towards the outside edge, and then fold it, twist it, and perforate it. And you don't have to be this exact. I want perfection. If I'm going to wear solid for 7 days, it better look like $1 million. Like I had somebody else do it for me, because there's no way I'm leaving nails on that long. It's my opinion, for what it's worth, but it's still my opinion, and it's my nails, and I want them to look, plus it's my livelihood, like this is what I do for a living, my nails better look nice. But I also realized that my choice of the mixed manis and all the crazy colors that I do is not everybody's cup of tea, so I'm doing this for you. All of my neutral, beautiful, solid friends. I'm doing this for you because I love you and I want to help. So, doubled the pinky, doubled the ring. I'm going in on the second with my middle finger, which there's a nail for your middle finger. It kind of like goes out in the center. I use that on this one because it rounds out in the center. Like I said, there's a perfect fit for every nail. You just got to play around and see which one fits what finger best on you. And I'm going to go up to the side, line it up at the edge, and then swoop it around. And then go up the side, and then see that big bubble? You just pull up like that. Now I gotta fix this because I ripped it. It doesn't fold under, so I'm just gonna use my tools. Like I said, these are like pennies on Amazon. I'm out of these, or I would send everybody one with their order. A lot of times I try to make sure if you're ordering a solid that I get you one of these. That's if you're ordering from me, not my website, because I don't ship the website orders, and you'd have to pay shipping for these because they don't go in an envelope. I hope that makes sense. So there. Now I do this one and my thumbs, and I am done. We're at 30 minutes. This would never in a million years take me 30 minutes to do, but I'm talking you through it. I'm doing it slowly. 9 times out of 10, I'm doing my mani in the car, waiting for Jonathan to come out of school. Like, I'm not sitting here with the camera all set up and making sure that everything is just perfect. I'm just slapping nails on in the car. Because with glitters, you can just slap the nails on in the car. Everybody needs to try a glitter, and everybody needs to try a solid,